This is the dawn of a new era in British karting. Over 550 drivers in 12 classes competing for victory over 18 race weekends. This is the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. For the fifth weekend of Senior Rotax in 2019, the three-man brawl for the championship heads to Clay Pigeon, as Kieran Gifford, Reese Hunter and Oakley Pryor are contesting the victory. But Guy Cunnington is a genuine contender, and on dropped scores heading into the weekend is actually the points leader. Can he claim the title in his first year as a senior?
We're not really looking too much for the wins. Like, they would be nice, but the consistency is all we need at the minute. We just need a few points. A few points extra would be nice on my competitors, but we got a 10-point lead coming into this round. There's quite a big lead when the championship's this close. So we got 4 of us all within a few points, and any of us can win it. I didn't think I'd be as far up as I am and get the results that I have, because junior to senior is a big step. The other two in the championship that we're racing this is their second year and third year in senior, so they've got a year experience on me. But we're taking the fight to them.
Reese Hunter and Oakley Pryor on the front row of the grid. Championship leader Kieran Gifford third from Lewis Halliday. Burgess, Clinton, Edmonds, Wooder, Malin and Stansbury in the top 10. Jake Sanson, Sam Hunter and Machi Homera in the commentary box. And we're racing! What a fantastic start from Oakley Pryor as he tries to get alongside Reese Hunter through the first corner. Into Billy's Brine for the first time. He's going to get squeezed as Gifford gets into second position. Cracking start. And Halliday's going to get crowded out by the fast starting Ben Burgess. 2 karts off the circuit behind them. That is the 20 that's gone around. Now that is Jake Douglas of the KR Sports Squad, yet again more bad luck, and I think that's James Lowther who's gone with him. He's had a nightmare weekend anyway, and now he's down at the back of the field. It couldn't go worse for him, but up at the front end of the field, Reese Hunter has got a really great opportunity now in front of Oakley Pryor, and Oakley Pryor is now down to third, of course, behind Kieran Gifford, so this is going to be a momentous battle for the victory now between these three, as Gifford is going to try and head up towards Reese Hunter. Oakley Pryor trying to keep up into that third position spot, back on the inside past Gifford. Absolutely brilliant move from Oakley Pryor, and he needed to do that pretty much straight out of the blocks. Teddy Clinton, by the way, has got him in the 5th position in front of the E-Blake Luke Wooder, who's made a good start. Some cracking moves through the field early doors, Sam.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from the front runners, and also Guy Cunnington, obviously he started right at the back. He's already made a lot of progress, but Bradley Barrett as well, keep your eye on him. He's a couple of positions higher up in the championship, and he was in a similar boat. He also started right at the back of the grid. He gained nearly 10 positions on that first lap. So Bradley Barrett and Guy Cunnington moving through the order. At the moment though, focused firmly on the front few drivers. Reese Hunter already with a little bit of a margin as the number 6 car pulls off there.
That's James Johnson out of the race, and that is devastating for him. So James Johnson unfortunately taking no further part in the meeting, and we've got stationary yellows up at the final turn, and that of course is for Johnson's car that is in a precarious position. So the drivers go through, no overtaking until they go out of the first apex. But Oakley Pryor up in the second place past Kieran Gifford is important as far as the championship fight is concerned, not just for the race itself, but out in front Reese Hunter has won everything he's started so far, Machi. This is a great opportunity to take a clean sweep.
It is. I think Oakley was, on that unfavourable side of the grid from second. It was inevitable he was going to get done going into the essays. Now, he's ducking, I can see, on the straight, clearly in full attack mode, Oakley. He doesn't want to lose this race. It's going to be quite a challenge to catch Hunter because he's so quick around this track. But I think Oakley might just give him a challenge in this race.
And Clinton's made a challenge. He's up in the 4th position. He's made the bid on Ben Burgess. So Teddy Clinton up into P4. A really fantastic run for him this weekend. He's got a chance not just to get the podium in this one. Now he's up to 4th place. He could win the whole thing. Teddy Clinton is lightningly quick around this circuit, Sam. He's got good experience, good knowledge. There's every chance he's got a chance of a victory.
And at the moment he's showing that pace, which leads us to form that conclusion as well. Teddy Clinton moving up the order, seems to have gotten quicker over the course of the weekend, really, taking his form right at the end. where it really matters. And well, now moving up the order, up to 4th place, Kieran Gifford up ahead of him. He's got 3 very mean opponents up the road, but I wouldn't put it past him. Teddy Clinton in a good spot at the moment.
So one man trying to make up as many places through the field as is humanly possible is Guy Cunnington, who's had the nightmare weekend from hell as far as he's concerned. Currently down in 25th position as he puts a move on, 24th, sorry, on Harry Cannon. So he's made up places. Bradley Barrett is charging through, made up 14 places so far. So Brad Barrett, who is a title contender, in 4th in the point standings if things stay as they are. But he's got to make up some big points, as too has Guy Cunnington, who of course coming into the weekend on drop scores was actually leading the championship. So he needs to keep up the momentum and find as many points from this race as possible. Otherwise, he could be out of contention by the time we get to Forest Edge. So there's a lot at stake in this race. Reese Hunter though out in front, Oakley Pryor 2nd, Kieran Gifford 3rd, then Clinton, Burgess, Edmonds up to 6th position, Woodard up to 7th, Lewis Malin is 8th, then Halliday, Davis, Bradley Barrett up to 11th position, and then in 12th place it is Sam Stansbury. Despite crashing out after the finish line in the first final, he's done an absolutely amazing job to A, repair the car, and B, get himself back up to race winning pace.
Absolutely nothing being given from the top 8 or 9 carts, who are currently following each other bumper to bumper. Nothing between them whatsoever apart from Reese Hunter.
Oh, contact at the hands hairpin. 2 carts in the wars. One of them is one of the GMS drivers. That is the 69, I think, that's had an issue there. Now, I'm afraid to say that is a midfield battle that's come awry. Oh, sorry, no, it's the 80. That is Riley Stevenson, who I think has had an issue. No, it's Holgate. He's his teammate. 68 is the number in question. Alex Holgate. And we've had a driver come off the circuit and come straight back into the pits. That's one of the Tony Kart chassis. I think that is Merrick Gigg, who he came together with. So both of those two out of the race. But up front, Reese Hunter is being caught by, you guessed it, Oakley Pryor.
At the moment, Reese Hunter looks pretty easily in the lead. He's got a decent margin. Oakley Pryor having got back past Gifford, who's lost the position there to Teddy Clinton as well. Clinton up into 3rd place, by the way. Let's see what Clinton can do about Oakley Pryor, who's up the road. Once again, Pryor, one of the more experienced drivers around this circuit, who's out on track there, trying to close down the gap on Reese Hunter in the lead of the race. But Teddy Clinton, don't dismiss him in 3rd, with 4th place Kieran Gifford slightly losing a little bit of time here.
Well, you were talking up Teddy Clinton's chances before the finals match. You said he's one we've got to watch out for. He's really able to maximise each of these opportunities to get through and make up a passing place.
Yeah, I've seen him race around this track multiple times, especially when you know, the likes of Oakley and Guy have been coming here for club rounds and racing against him, and he has won those club rounds. So he has proven that he can do it on a smaller grid. The question is, can he do it on such a big grid at the British Championships? And currently, after having a so-so first final, he's really risen to the challenge in the second one.
3rd position at the moment for Teddy Clinton, and he's no stranger to going wheel to wheel with Oakley Pryor, so that is his next target as they go over the line into the 12th lap of the race. Those grey clouds have started to descend on the circuit again, but every time they have, we have not had a single spot of rain, so it's just a little bit of an issue in the back of the minds of the drivers as they go around. Is there going to be rain? So far, the answer has been no every time. So Reese Hunter is your leader, Oakley Pryor 2nd, Clinton 3rd from Gifford, Woodard now up to 5th position, great comeback. Malin in 6th, he's making good progress. Burgess, Edmonds and Bradley Barrett, who's in 9th position from 27th on the grid, Sam. That's a standout performance.
Climbed 18 positions over the course of the race so far, a little over 7 minutes gone. He's managed to climb that over half the pack. That is really staggering stuff.
Oh, there's a problem! A problem for one of the KRs! That is Tom Edmonds. Tom Edmonds is in trouble. He pulls off at the S's. Tom Edmonds is out of the race. He's devastated. Head in his hands as he pulls off the circuit. Tom Edmonds is out. He's figured out what the issue is. I think it looks like something's come off the engine there. So he's got going again. That will be the cable on the top of the engine's come off, Matthew.
Yeah, it could have been. It looks like maybe it was the thruster, maybe it was the spark plug cable. You know, going through the S's, it makes the car jump out quite a bit. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if the spark plug cable kind of popped off there. You know, quickly reattached and he's on his way, but he's lost loads of time, obviously.
It's the smallest of problems, but it's the most devastating of effects. And unfortunately, Tom Edmonds now falls to 27th. He's pulling out. Tom Edmonds is out of the race. What a shame. This weekend he's been absolutely brilliant and was fighting for the victory right from the first heat of the weekend. but unfortunately it's all come undone for him. What a shame. Reese Hunter is your leader, Pryor second from Clinton, Gifford and Wooder, Malin in sixth from Burgess, Barrett, Davis and Halliday. And that top 10 could change several times before the end of this race. We're into the second half of the race, and now Reese Hunter is being wheeled in by Oakley Pryor. Pryor's been taking care of his tyres and looking after the kart these last couple of laps, and that lead that Reese Hunter had was a reasonably good one. It was about, well, it was nearly a second, but it's down to 0.3 of a second on the previous lap. I think it might even be down to a quarter of a second this time, Sam. I think Oakley Pryor has got a few tricks up his sleeve yet.
Yeah, we could yet see a five-way battle for the lead as well, with both Wooder and Clinton very firmly latched onto the rear bumper of Teddy Clinton. And what's happened here is Teddy Clinton lost a couple of positions.
He has. He's down to 5th position. Wooder's come through to 3rd. Watch for Wooder.
Yeah, Wooder suddenly, he's just made a load of progress there. I don't know if at Billy's perhaps he got the opportunity there. What I imagine happened was Teddy Clinton was overtaken by Wooder, and then also Gifford was able to follow through there perhaps, but dropped a few positions there.
Well, that's a bit of a shocker. And now look, Wooder, the E-plate, is suddenly in 3rd position. At the beginning of the final, he was in the midfield, and now he's fought his way through to 3rd. Look how close Pryor has closed up on Reese Hunter, though. This is where the race is going to be won and lost. The battle is really starting to attack. Here he goes, on the inside, and he's through. Oakley Pryor makes the move in hands hairpin on Reese Hunter, and he's taken the lead. Absolutely terrific move from Oakley Pryor, and he heads the field. He did say he wanted to get past him as soon as was humanly possible. That was his first opportunity. Boom, job done.
Can I say, I think that was the latest move I've ever seen at hairpin. Absolutely on the lock stop. But good job, Oakley, quite clean as well. And now I can see he is defending to keep Hunter at bay and hopefully maybe even fall into the clutches of the E-plate.
You did it, you said it, Matt Sheely. That was absolutely incredible. Oakley Pryor just taking his first opportunity. Reese Hunter trying to go and do the same move, but Pryor leaving it as late as possible to get in the break. Reese Hunter comes back at him. Pryor shuts the door in his face. Don't even think about it. Brilliant racecraft from Pryor. Reese Hunter's going to try again. Luke Wooder's now in 3rd, right in behind him. Gifford's there, Clinton's there. This is the race for the victory. Here we go.
This is a real five-way race for the lead. He's going to defend. He sticks it on the inside. Oakley Pryor doesn't want to be overtaken there and manages to keep that position. Now, but look how many cars are in the fight for the lead in this race. There's no way of telling who's going to win this one at the moment. Oakley Pryor, after that fantastic manoeuvre at the hairpin, so late on the brakes. Reese Hunter has a go and tries to redo what was done to him, but there's no opportunity for him there. Luke Wooder still sniffing about for any opportunities that come his way in 3rd place. But what a battle we're seeing here, Jay.
Malin, Burgess and Barrett have joined the battle again as well, so they are in the mix. Here comes Pryor, your leader. Hunter, Wooder, Gifford, Clinton. It's the move on the inside from Reese Hunter into Billy's blind. On the inside, he can't get there. Pryor still hangs on to the lead. So through the S's, Reese Hunter attacks again, but Wooder's going to get an opportunity on Reese Hunter, and he knows it. So he's going to hold the inside line for hands as Barrett picks up another place, this time on Lewis Malin. So Barrett is up to 6th. He's right in the hunt for the victory. Barrett's come from 20 places back, well, 21 places back from where he was. Absolutely amazing. And he's in the fight for the victory. But then everybody in the leading group is at the moment. This is absolutely nail-biting stuff. Now Wooder's going to attack Reese Hunter into Billy's blind, and he's committed to it. Hunter's down to 4th. Gifford into 3rd position. Wooder makes the bid for 2nd. Oakley Pryor's got a chance to wrap this one up.
Yeah, Reese Hunter found himself out wide then and had to concede a few positions before the S's just at Billy's blind. When you do go slightly wide, a whole stream of cars can follow through and goes up the inside there. There's the number 5. That's Bradley Barrett. He's up to 5th place now from 27th on the grid. You just can't make that up.
That is absolutely phenomenal driving from Brad Barrett, and he's still got time to make more. 2.5 minutes roughly to go. Oh, here comes Reese Hunter back on the inside of Kieran Gifford, and he's there, and Barrett's going to get through to 4th position as well. Absolutely amazing. The door opens for Brad Barrett to go for the podium. His teammate is standing in his way. This is the fight back of all fight backs from Brad Barrett. Absolutely amazing. From what was that on the grid? That was, I'm trying to do the math quickly, 27th on the grid he started, and he's now in P4, trying to get on the inside of his teammate Reese Hunter. Now, up at the front, Oakley Pryor has the lead, but Wooder is catching him. He's not done yet. And on the inside, Barrett squeezes Hunter through the first corner. Amazing from Brad Barrett. What an overtake. That is so hard to pull off. And up against someone of the class of Reese Hunter, doubly so, but he's made it stick. Absolutely phenomenal overtake, Matchy. That was sweet.
Yeah, I was very close, edging up, going up to the kink here, but he got it done, so well done Barrett, very clean as well. I could also see that Hunter just gave him all of the room coming up to Billy. He's not wanting to risk it, easily end up off the track, with Woodard challenging Oakley for the victory now.
Yeah, Woodard's defending, attacking as Pryor defends, and there's spots of rain coming down on the circuit for the first time. We're actually going to get some rain on the circuit. This could change everything. Woodard's been nudged, is up the inside, Barrett comes to second, Barrett to second, Woodard 2 wheels on the grass, round the outside, Reese Hunter comes for it. Now Gifford on the inside of Reese Hunter to 4th position. Now they come up towards top bend, and we've still got 1 minute and 14 on the clock, plus the additional lap, and the rain is going to throw a massive change to the race. A big start from Pryor. Barrett's going for the lead on the inside. He's there for momentarily. Pryor back on the inside of him. Barrett led the race for about 2 meters, and then Pryor got it back. What if Barrett could win this race from 27th on the grid? It almost seems impossible, but here comes Barrett underneath Pryor, desperately edging, trying to get through on the inside, through buttons, and up towards top bend. This is without a doubt the senior Rotax final of the season.
There is just nothing separated the top 7, separated by less than 1 second, coming down towards Billy once again. Barrett, a slippery positions flag. But he's gone a bit wide, Barrett. I think he's going to concede a position here. Don't get off the grass.
Oh, yes!
There's just a little bit of contact there, but Barrett drops to 3rd. Pretty much the first time he's been overtaken in the entire race. But Oakley Pryor, that gives him a bit of breathing space at the front there.
Slippery flags, because the rain is coming down big time now. Slippery flags all over the circuit. They know how slippery it is, and they're all on slicks. So Woodard somehow has fought his way back into 2nd position in front of Brad Barrett. Oakley Pryor will cross the line and will start the last lap, but he's got a big lead. Will he hold it in the last lap? He's going to be the first one to hit the rain around the circuit. Can he hang on to the lead of the race? Pryor in front of Woodard, Barrett, Gifford, 5th place Reese Hunter, then it's Malin and Clinton. They've just got to tippy-toe their way through. There might be a move or two still to come. But Oakley Pryor, for my money, has done what he needed to. He's held on at every opportunity, and he's done the business. An amazing battle here at Clay Pigeon, but out of top end for the last time. Oakley Pryor has done it! What a victory! Team Clay Racing does it again at Clay Pigeon from Woodard and Bradley Barrett in 3rd. That is absolutely incredible. What a senior Rotax final, and Oakley Pryor is the rightful winner. Absolutely terrific. What a 2nd from Barrett. Kieran Gifford holds the lead of the championship, still in 3rd. A mere 12 points though in front of Reese Hunter, and 14 ahead of Oakley Pryor. This championship showdown is going to be biblically good. Reese Hunter is 5th, Lewis Malin 6th from Teddy Clinton and Ben Burgess. George Holbrook fights back to 9th in all of that, from 19 places back on the grid. Fair play to George Holbrook. And Ben Davis rounds out the top 10. Sam Stansbury in 11th, Morgan Rose is 12th. Guy Cunnington storms back to 13th. That might have saved a chance of a title fight at Forest Edge. Lewis Halliday in 14th from Alex Baker and Jemima Hepworth. Angie Stenning and Joe Hunt from Jason Lockwood and James Lowther. Then Ryan Luscombe and Jake Douglas, Alex Holgate and Sam Harrison from Harry Canham and Riley Stevenson. The retirements are only a few: Tom Edmonds and Tom Storer, with Merrick Gigg and James Lingard, James Johnson and Sam Baker failing to complete a lap. Oakley Pryor though wins for Team Clay Racing on home soil in phenomenally exciting fashion.
It's a sensational win at home for Oakley Pryor in the British Championship, whilst podium finishes for Luke Woodard and Bradley Barrett set up a fascinating finale in 5 weeks' time.
Yeah, so the first final I got unfortunate. I think we were in 4th place at the time, and then ended up getting driven over and exhaust coming off. So I ended up not finishing the race. So going into the final 2, I was just hoping for a good race, a bit of fun. And yeah, it was just go come out with a smile on my face pretty much, and definitely got that. Making up that many positions is definitely like achievement. I was only hoping for a top 10, but it definitely got it. But yeah, thanks to Dan Holland, Time Engines. They've been really helpful this weekend. And yeah, thanks.
So I started the main final 9th. Managed to get through up to the front. It was a good race the whole way. Got into the lead at one point, I think, and then went back and ended up second. But yeah, enjoyable race. Team have been doing great all year. The championship didn't really come our way after issues, but we're all improving in GMS. And the motors were really good all weekend, so it helped out.
Final one was difficult. We nearly got into the lead on the start and then stuck behind Reese for the whole race, trying to catch him, but we just couldn't. So we made a few changes into final two. Managed to get Reese, had to send a big move to get him, but did get the lead. And then just defended from there. It was about 3.5 minutes left, and then backed people up, and then just got my head down and went. And then on the last lap, I just managed to just get away and take the win. I'd just like to thank Team Clay and Clay Kart Shop and all my mechanics and everyone from there.